Hey everybody, this is Chad Armijo with book reviews in 5 minutes or less. Today's book is Prayers for the Dead by Faye Kellerman. And this book was one I kind of stumbled across. Now, I picked it up, and not one that I would normally pick up, but I started reading right in. And that first chapter got me right away. So you can always tell the first 20 pages of a book. Sometimes it's the first few pages of a book. And so once that catches you, once it grips you with the stories or the characters, excuse me, you know right away this is going to be a great book. And so Prayers for the Dead does not disappoint. Faye Kellerman has a very distinct style of writing, and it is very almost there's a lot more dialogue in there, but there's also this sort of personal engagement. You almost feel each character. She's very good at separating each character, so you know kind of the personality of each one of them and how they come together and interact. Now, what was really unique about this is that the main characters, we've got Peter Decker and Rina Lazarus. They are of the Jewish faith. And so something I was not familiar with, right? I was raised Catholic, so this was all very new to me. And so as I'm reading it, they're kind of throwing in these words and terms that I've never used or heard before. Now, she did a really good job at clarifying kind of what it means and placing them in the sentences in a manner to which you can figure out. If you're not sure what the word is, you're just like, oh, okay, I know what she's talking about there. But I thought that was just a really unique selling point to this book. Now, the story involves a heart surgeon, a world-renowned or very well-renowned heart surgeon who unfortunately gets murdered. And we have Detective Peter Decker and his team are trying to solve this murder of, it turns out to be also the detective's wife's friend, who is a friend of the family of the person that was murdered. So there are a lot of these characters that get intertwined, and it's often hard to keep. And a lot of authors, it's hard to keep track of which character is which. But with the way Faye Kellerman writes, I had no problem with that. So the family of the deceased plays a big role in the book, as well as Peter Decker's family and his wife. So we get this very personalized viewpoint of our characters, and we feel as though we know where they come from. We feel as though we can be in their shoes, very easily be in their shoes. So we're able to empathize with them a lot more than just your typical one-dimensional character. So they are very well-rounded, and the stories are at least this story was very, very engaging. It was a definite page turner in the fact that there are so many cliffhangers in there. You're like, okay, what's happening next? Because this was just too good. And so there's all these little secrets that start to trickle out, and you're trying to put these clues together. And then when the final clue comes together, then you say, oh man, I wish I would have figured that out before. But just a very, very engaging book. If you like mysteries, if you like detective thrillers, and if you've never experienced part of that Jewish faith, I think that this is a nice way to kind of package those all together. I love to learn, and I love to expand my knowledge. And so I was very glad that I did end up picking this book up and read through it and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I recommend Prayers for the Dead, and I look forward to reading other things by Faye Kellerman. I know she has, I think, 4 or 5 more books out there, so I will be looking for those. In the meantime, if you like this, hit that like button. You want to hear more 5-minute or less book reviews, hit the subscribe button, that little bell notification, and we will see you in the next one. Once again, my name is Chad. Thanks for watching.